miss the box. It's weird being back here. It's only been a week, and it's all very odd. I guess it's only for one more day, though, because we carry on being rubbish. It's the last you'll ever see of this, so take a long, hard look. Look. Brilliant. This is like the fourth time I'm trying to do this this interview. It's not an interview, it's an intro. This is the worst intro ever. Well, actually, it's not. It's the fourth worst, because if I end up using this one, it's because it was better than the other three I've already scrapped for being nonsense. Just get on with the episode. Hello and welcome to part 2 of the non-league to legend at the World Cup 2034 England thing. That's a catchy name, isn't it? As you'll know from yesterday's episode, we've been beaten by Germany and now have to win our remaining 2 group games against Chile and Canada. Well, we don't necessarily have to win them both, but we definitely have to win today, because if we don't win today and results go against us elsewhere, well, in fact, it doesn't even have to go against us necessarily. If we lose today and Canada and Germany draw, we are out. So we kind of need a win. This is the team that we're going to be going for. Matt Lee in goal. A back four, Ron Osborne, Ricky Simpson, and some other people who didn't play for me at Man City, so I don't know their first names. Nielsen and Steele. And then we've got Adu, Bradford and Jacobs in midfield. Robinson in behind the front two of Tunnicliffe and Whitfield. The one that got away has dropped down to the bench purely because he's not very fit. There's a few players I could have dropped down for fitness, but striker is one of those areas where we've got one world-class striker in Andy Tunnicliffe and then 3 who are all right. So despite the one that got away scoring in the last game, I may as well play one of the other ones who's all right, and always have the option to rotate him back in if he's less than all right. I hope we're not getting it. I hope there was no Bolton spoilers there. That would be very upsetting. Don't rewind. No spoilers. You'll get them in a day or two's time. Yes, it's Lewis Bradford's 70th caps day. I'm worried. My battery on my camera's about to run out. Hold on. Charging cable. Better get that plugged in, because otherwise, who knows what'll happen. Is there anyone we recognise in the Chile team? I don't think there is. Oh, is that Christian? No, it's not. Payers, because that's not how he said his name. From back in the old Ipswich days. Right. Come on then, we need a win. I mean, this is going to be the most anticlimactic end to a career in the history of the world if we just limp out already. And Andy Tunnicliffe knows that, and he's put us 1-0 up straight away. He wants non-league to legend to run for a day or two longer yet. He's not done with it. I mean, basically, because he only exists in this world, he's never going to get mentioned again. He's going to be long retired by the time Bolton are up to that level. So he basically ceases to exist the moment England are knocked out of this World Cup. So he has the incentive, as do the rest of them, to try and stay in this for as long as possible, just to prolong their own existence. Because if I'm not looking at them, they're not really there. See? That's deep video game psychology there from a real expert. I'd like to think these characters have their own thoughts and feelings. And certainly that's how I'd be thinking at the moment if I was Andy Tunnicliffe. Adu with the chance to cross, it just gets knocked straight back out to him though, and Chile have the chance to break here. And Ron Osborne didn't really go with their man, and they've just gone past our number 9 wearing left back, almost as if he's a left back wearing number 9. And we've let the equaliser in. I mean, he looks like a striker playing at left back, the way he just let that guy run past him. Actually, what he looks like is exactly what he is, a championship left back who's never played a Premier League game, but needs must. Although we've had a lot of progress in the nearly 4 years that I've been England manager, one thing that hasn't progressed is there's still not a lot of very good players out there, particularly in defence where we really do struggle. Whitfield out to Steele. Steele finds Osborne. What can Ron Osborne do? And he beats a man. That's our 32-year-old centre-back. I mean, he skinned a player in the opposition penalty area and tucked it across for Tunnicliffe to make it 2-1. Does it snow often in China? Look at this from Ron Osborne. That's why we paid £40 million for him 5 years ago. And he just tucks it back to Tunnicliffe, who just blasts it in. I don't understand why we've got snow in China in July. Apparently, let me know in the comments. Is that a thing that actually happens? I suppose we could be up in a mountain somewhere. Do they have mountains in China? but then they're probably less likely to play football. Has there ever been snow at a World Cup? That's probably an even better question. Snow at a World Cup. Look it up. I want photographs, links to photographs in the comments of snow at the World Cup. Right. I didn't let Matt Kilgallen finish saying his piece. If we get knocked out now, it's all because my last episode of ever having Matt Kilgallen at my side, I just cut. No, Matt, sorry. I'll take this one. Are we just going to continue? I don't care what you've got to say, Matt. We've been together a long time now. We're not a couple, but we've been together as a footballing partnership for a long time, and I think it's time you just sat down and shut up, Matt Kilgallen, and let me do my thing. Why is our entire backline trying to have a who can get the most yellow cards competition? Ron Osborne is struggling a little bit. He's on a yellow card. He's down to 58% condition. Have we got anyone else who can play it right back? I don't think we have. But we can move Ricky Simpson out there. And we'll bring Copeland on because he played in the first game. I've brought him on for the wrong man. I'll bring him on for Osborne and just stick Simpson out there. There we go. Just because Ron's at it. I mean, he's got his 2 assists. What more can the man do? And that means Lewis Bradford gets a little bit of time with the captain's armband on as well, which is never a bad thing from the man who started it all. Right, Whitfield's coming off. We're bringing on the one who got away because he scored in the last game, and Whitfield's been rubbish. So, I mean, he might end up being the Williams of the World Cup, who, by the way, has been rubbish since the Euros 2 years ago. That was his one and only good period as a footballer, basically. He's done nothing in the Premier League, doesn't even get in the England squads anymore. Right, we want to take Robinson off. There's Simpson. I couldn't find him for a minute there. Normal substitution for us. Swap those 2 over, and let's get that over to the one that got away. Let's have another goal. Robinson was in, but it's clear. I do want another goal. I'm feeling nervous. We've had a lot of chances in this game, but it worries me that we're still only 1 goal ahead. Why is Matt Lee the number 13? Why would he not be number 1? Who picks these squad numbers? Look at Michael Robinson's hair. I love it when that man scores a goal because he has the best hair in Football Manager. We're 3-1 up, and hopefully that means we can go into the last group game against Canada, coming up in a moment, with a strong chance of qualifying for the next round of the... It's not the FA Cup, is it? It's the World Cup. It's one of them. It's one of the big cups. Probably the FA Cup or the World Cup. We won't get too specific until we've checked the rules. It's all stopped. Nothing's happening now. We're winding down. We're relaxing. Are Germany and Canada not playing? They don't play at the same time at the moment, do they? I guess they're playing. Does that mean they're playing later today? Yes, it does. Because I was trying to work out if one of them had beaten the other one, but no, they just both won their first games. Now it all makes sense. So I guess what we need is a Germany win against Canada, because there's no way Germany are not going to get through. So we don't want Canada to win, because if Germany win, we just have to beat or draw with Canada and we're through, because Germany will then go and beat Chile. That's my thinking anyway, and we should be capable of beating Canada anyway, unless of course they do go and beat Germany and turn out to be quite good. In which case that's a worry, because Germany were much better than we are. So we'll have a look to see how that game turns out. The one that got away back to Bradford and through to Adu, and we're 4-1 up, and that was a lovely move. We had a lot of players over. We massively outnumbered them there, considering they're basically playing 7 at the back as well. Look how many white shirts we've got on that far side of the pitch. They're queuing up to put this one away, and it's Adu who does it. And I don't remember him ever scoring for us before. He probably told us if he had. I imagine he probably has. But that should be that now, and that will hopefully be a bit of a confidence builder after the disappointment of that first game against Germany, and hopefully we're going to be buzzing now. No Bolton spoilers. Go away, Bolton spoilers. Let's get back into the group. So, how do we see the group? England are on course apparently. When do they play? Where are we? Are we right down the bottom? So Germany playing against Canada. We'll obviously find out that result before the next game. Let's go and play Canada now, though. We might have a couple of problems here. Firstly, Canada and Germany drew 0-0, which means we're currently third in the group. So a draw is probably not going to be enough now. We're going to need to beat Canada, and they've just drawn with Germany, so that's going to be difficult, doubly difficult, because 3 of our first choice back 4 are available through suspension. Osborne, Steele, and what's his name, Simpson. There we go. He only played for me for like 4 years. All unavailable due to suspension. So we have a very makeshift back 4 that involves centre back Manuel Copeland playing at left back, despite the fact he can't play at left back, but he is left footed. So that's basically the same thing. Liam Talbot comes back in at right back, and then we play Brad Skinner. Remember Brad Skinner? You shouldn't do. I told you to forget Brad Skinner. He's going to be coming back in, playing alongside Ryan Nielsen. So, we're going to concede goals today. And I'm worried we're not going to score them. Tunnicliffe is in, but very, very tired. Whitfield stays in ahead of the one that got away on a coin toss. I don't really think there's much between those 2 players. Really should have put Modufall in the squad. And then the midfield 4 stays the same, other than the fact I've shuffled them all around a little bit. So Jacobs goes into the middle, Bradford on the left, Adu on the right, for no reason other than give it a go, see what happens, eh? I mean, they can all play anywhere. Why not shuffle them around occasionally? Why go for consistency when you can constantly fiddle and change things? Has always been my policy. Right, we're actually favourites for this game against Canada, which is surprising because they're unbeaten so far in this tournament, including a hard-fought 0-0 against world champions Germany, who took us apart in that first game. So I don't think it's going to be as easy as the bookmakers seem to think it is, especially when our entire team is basically shattered and we've got the reserve back 4 out. What we really need is for Chile to somehow beat Germany, although we've gone 1-0 up and Jerome Simpson has put us 1-0 up. So that, I think, probably puts us top of the group at the moment. There we go. So, if we can hold on to this, who cares about anything else? If we can end up top of this group, that would be ridiculous. I don't think it will happen because Germany should beat Chile, because Chile were rubbish. Unless Germany just played out their skin against us and are actually not very good, and we were just a little bit afraid of them because of what they did 4 years ago. Maybe, I don't know. But I imagine they'll absolutely smash Chile, and hopefully we'll just spoil Canada's fun despite their excellent start to the tournament. That was a long sentence. It really did feel like a long sentence. So presumably Germany are playing at the same time as us. That's how these things work, isn't it? Where's our latest scores? Oh, we're going to score a goal first. No, we're not. They've got the ball. What's all that about? Talbot to Bradford. Talbot again. Can he get the cross? And he does to Tunnicliffe, who hits the crossbar, comes back to Lewis Bradford and bounces clear. Where is... Oh, no. Where... I'm trying to watch the game and sort out the latest scores at the same time. Whitfield should have scored there. I think he's coming off now because of that, because that was just rubbish. We have got some latest scores and we're going to move them and we're going to put them over here. Whitfield with a chance to score. He doesn't, but finds Tunnicliffe, who puts us 2-0 up. It's going quite well all of a sudden. Are we turning into a good team again? That Germany game, convinced we were rubbish. But Tunnicliffe is finding his goal-scoring form again. I think that's his third goal of the tournament now, which must be putting him close to being one of the top scorers in the tournament. It's his last hurrah. He knows he's basically going to be suffering from digital deletion as soon as we're knocked out of this tournament, and he's determined not to let that happen. The man wants a life. The man wants a future. I might get my son to make him assistant manager at Bolton just to give him life after non-league to legend. I'm surprised the affinity I have for a player who never played in a club team for me. Canada just got a player sent off as well. I would like to think that should book our place in the next round, which is odd. This has been strangely plain sailing so far with our makeshift back 4 and our tired players. Not like this. So they get one back. Assuming this follows the script I'm expecting it to, Germany will now score, and then Canada will score again, and then we'll probably score in about the 91st minute, and everyone will go, whoop, whoop, yeah, and it will just be ridiculous, because that's the way these things seem to work out on this save. When I played Football Manager and you lot aren't watching, it's normal Football Manager. It's only when you lot are there that the ridiculous scenarios seem to present themselves. So there's the Germany goal. See, we're following the script now. So I'd say give it 5 or 6 minutes, and then Canada will get their second. and then hopefully the last minute winner happens as planned. Obviously, I'd like it not to follow that script, and I'd like us to get another 2 goals and not have to worry, because I don't enjoy those last minute. I like it when the last minute stuff happens. Build up to it, not so pleasant. Right, we're going to bring Nathan Wilkes on for Adu, just because Adu is tired and not playing very well, and Wilkes we know can play there. And we're also going to bring on the one that got away. He's going to... Do I bring him on? I can't bring him on for Tunnicliffe. Can I bring him on for Tunnicliffe? Tunnicliffe's not playing well. Let's do it. Go for it, and we'll do that. We'll go the one that got away in Whitfield. This is how we get... This is the story of the end of Kevin Chapman's managerial career. This is how we got knocked out of the World Cup. I took off Andy Tunnicliffe and brought on Nathan Wilkes. Right, the one that got away with a header to nobody at all. Come on, Chile, let's have a goal from you. Let's rewrite this script. It's predictable. If we were writing this as a TV series, it's same old, it's non-league to legend tropes. The one that got away is in. He doesn't care about the tropes. With his normal person haircut, it's his 2nd goal of the World Cup, and hopefully now that does seal our place in the next round. That's a lovely cross from Liam Talbot. The one that got away in loads of space. We're 3-1 up. We're going to finish 2nd in this group, it looks like, because I don't see Chile getting back into... Oh, it's Boma who scored for Germany. Man City player, don't you know. Have we got any more midfielders we can bring on? I want to take Jacobs off. We've got loads. Look at all these midfield players. I don't know who Paul Gillespie is. Shall we bring him on and have a look at him? Paul Gillespie, what are you? You are right. Well, we have got a right winger. So we could play with wingers if we wanted to. Prescott might get a game at this World Cup after all. We'll do that. Yeah, that just doesn't look good at all. We'll do it anyway. Who cares? Go on, Chile. It would be lovely to finish top of this group. Would give us a nicer passage to the final, which is obviously what we're all after. I don't know if Ireland is a significant player for Germany, but he's injured. For those of you who are big 2034 Germany fans, you've lost one of your key men, it looks like. The one that got away out to Talbot. Let's have a 4th goal for the 2nd time in a row. Bradford sprays it out wide to Copeland, who's playing at left back, remember, even though he's a centre back. Wilkes does what he does best and lose the ball. But Copeland wins it back, and it's Gillespie running at a man out to Talbot, and we're not going to get our 4th. But we have qualified for the next round of the World Cup. Huzzah! It looks like Germany won their game as well. And how do we find out who we've got in the next round? Does it tell us on here? England qualify for 2nd round. Does it tell us who we're going to play? Where do we find out? Are we still waiting for games to be played? I presume we're still waiting for a game to be played. So, did we finish top? No, that's the International League. This game. Ooh, it upsets me sometimes. So, have we now found out who we're playing? South Korea. That should be winnable. They're 34th in the world. And let's have a look at their group. So they lost to Portugal, but beat Serbia and beat Nigeria. We should be able to navigate them, I hope. You'll find out tomorrow, of course, because that's when we're going to come back and play that game. So if you've enjoyed what we've done today, make sure you pop a like on there. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.